Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5, presented by Texas Beef House. Remember, use our promo code 365sports for 10% off of your order. I continue building the perfect college football team. Now, this portion is going to be the most controversial. We are into the specialists, not the specialists, the skill players, quarterbacks, running backs, and an all-purpose player. And there's a fullback on here too. I think my last three things are going to get at least a couple fan bases riled up. But let's start out with all-purpose player. Travis Hunter, Colorado. Can't go wrong with this guy. I can float him over to my defense and play cornerback. He's an excellent wide receiver, probably actually a better wide receiver than he is a cornerback. You want this dude on your team. You want him on the perfect college football team. He's the wrinkle. He can do everything. He can return kicks. There's so many things that he can do. So if you're building the perfect college football team, now listen, this is not just the best NFL drafted college football team. You'll see that in a second. But the perfect college football team, you got to have a guy like Travis Hunter who is an X factor wherever he is. Next up, fullback. Jake Schultz from Oklahoma State. This guy's a load. He's a great blocker. Look at him carrying the ball here. Heat-seeking missile in Bedlam. Ready to knock this dude over. You got to have a fullback. I don't care how much you use them, but you got to have a fullback if you want the perfect college football team. You got to have somebody who gets those nitty-gritty yards, who does the dirty things, who absolutely gets in there and mixes it up. Plus, I'm refusing to let it go. I'm old school. I wish there were more fullbacks. The best position in football. Change my mind. Running backs. Quinshon Judkins, Ohio State. This guy, in my opinion, the most complete back in the country over guys like Ollie Gordon, Taj Brooks, and others, Omarion Hampton. He is complete. He will run through you. He'll run past you. He will do all those things. And I said all that because none of the guys I mentioned are on this list after Quinshon Judkins. He is the biggest find on the offensive side of the ball for Ohio State. I would say their second biggest pickup after Caleb Downs. Him leaving Ole Miss was a shock to me because of all the money they're putting in. But with Ohio State having $20 million in the budget for this guy, or not for this guy, but $20 million in the NIL fund, not surprising to see him go there. My other running back, because he does different things. Ashton Jantz, Boise State. This guy can return kicks. He's great catching the ball out of the backfield. I mean great catching the ball out of the backfield. And he's a big play machine. Super athletic. Going to be a Heisman Trophy candidate. Boise State is a team to watch. Go deep this season and possibly get that G5 playoff spot, and due in large part to what Ashton Jantz can do. Now, let's get to the point where I have to talk more about a position, and that's quarterback. I'm picking Jaylen Daniels, a healthy Jaylen Daniels at Kansas, over Carson Beck and Shadur Sanders and anybody else, and here's why. A healthy Jaylen Daniels is the best quarterback in the fourth quarter in the country, by far. This dude in the fourth quarter, he can do it all. He can get you first downs running. He can get you first downs throwing. He's a problem. And you want that for the perfect college football team. Now remember, most college football teams that have won the national title don't have guys that go on to glory in the NFL at quarterback. A lot of them wind up being backups or, like Josh Heupel, a 40-pound heavier version of a head coach at Tennessee. Yes, I can make that joke because I'm also 40 pounds heavier than I was in college. So, Jaylen Daniels, to me, the perfect quarterback for the perfect college football team, because healthy, he can win you games in ways you cannot imagine. And plus, if you put the team around him that I put around him, he's not going to lose much, nor is he going to get hit much, because I have built the perfect college football team. Quarterback Jaylen Daniels right there. Tomorrow, we do get into the specialists. We're going to give you the best kicker, the best punter, the best punt returner, and even the best long snapper, if I can figure out who that is. This is the top 5 on 365 Sports. We're wrapping it up right now.